Alright, first off, shout outs to Nerderodic, Michael Mercy, and newsage. So apologies for all the reading mistakes and all the fuck ups. Eventually things will get better. But I figured through all the craziness going on, here's me trying to do my part to at least keep us all entertained while we're trapped at home. Let's hope I don't get cut off or something fucks up, because everything I do is one take. So this is as fancy as anything's gonna get. So, alright, no fucking kids allowed. One day I'll have a mission statement. Until then, give me a watch until the end. Hit the like, lick the like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Do everything that everyone asks you to do. Apparently I need subscribers. No, I'm not sorry for the monotonous intro. You'll always have to listen to it. Blame YouTube. So, fuck you, you're welcome. Let's carry on to the topic at hand. Pitt, baby. Pitt. In the blood. So, apologies for the light shine, and I had reading mistakes. I don't know if I'm illiterate or dyslexic or what, but I'm not a good fucking reader, so bear with me. Hopefully you enjoy, and this is worth me giving up my porn time. What you're seeing in the video taken is by one of our armored robots after the creature disabled it. Our virtual reality techs couldn't use it in the final mix for our demonstration, so Dr. Gilly suggested I show this to you as an appetizer of sorts. I don't know where you eat, but I can usually see the appetizers at the restaurant I visit. Yes, I'm sure you do. The current image quality is terrible. I agree, however, at the end of the tape, the creature is in sharp focus. I'm not getting any sense of scale. How big are these guys? Actually, that's what the VR techs rejected this, why they rejected this video. The imaging targeting computer system were damaged, and when this was transmitted, all the size proportions were muddled. That doesn't answer the question. Yes, of course, our fellow was wearing an M3 Armadillo battlesuit. Believe that's just over 8 feet for you Americans. Yes, the creature is considerably larger. I don't have its dimensions on hand, but I'm certain the VR technicians could provide that for you. Here we are. It's rather interesting looking, isn't it? Wow, it's ugly. Hey, easy book. Easy. Oh yes, you could say that. You could also say it looks like it's made some short work of the guy in the battlesuit. Well, it did. Well, we're at the end of the video, so I'll just stop this here. This being the first official meeting between Biochem Health and Crossbow Technologies, Dr. Gilly had me prepare a situation report. Copies will be distributed to each of you after the meeting. I'm not taking on a girl voice. This report is the summary of all the information we have been able to gather about this creature and its past activities. Reports of the creature's recent movements and actions have been difficult to obtain. It seems Axion Enterprises has involved itself, and in covering its own actions, they are covering the creatures as well. Dr. Gilly should be arriving shortly. Until then, perhaps I should summarize the contents of the report. I told you he'd be here. Apologies for my tardiness. Don't know who this guy is. I'm not one of them explainers. We'll learn as we go. We were unavoidably delayed, but we always prepare to be fashionably late. Well, did I tell you he's got a really big head? It's not big, it's huge. Man, I bet his mother still hasn't forgiven him. What do they call him again? Think tank. Ha! My God, he's a walking ad for Excedrin. What happens when people see him out on the street? I mean, what do they think? We'd prefer they thought we had a great deal on our mind. Lamont, proceed with the summary. You're sleeping on the couch tonight, buddy. You know you're beautiful when you've been humiliated. Our investigators have been unable to uncover any information regarding this creature prior to the New York subway incident. We've obtained copies of the police records relevant to this and the following events. The creature materialized in a subway car and proceeded to incapacitate a group of thugs who were assaulting the other passengers. The creature followed this by whipping out an entire motorcycle club, wiping out. The first sample of the creature's blood was obtained at the site. We have partial reports of the creature interesting in a bank robbery and 2 battles with other creatures in suburbs. Sorry I didn't give you a full view of the last page. And after all that, all we have are rumors of it killing a drug dealer, rampaging through a hospital, and a brief appearance in an elementary school. The police were unable to analyze the magenta fluid obtained at the motorcycle incident and sent it to the biochem health labs. DNA testing revealed the blood came from a human-alien hybrid. The potential for medical and military research is truly enormous, and the potential for profits are equally enormous. You and the other executives at the Biochem Health realized you didn't have the resources to obtain and hold the creature. That's why you contacted our representatives at Crossbow. In front of you are a pair of virtual reality units. Please put them on. We at Crossbow have both the resources to capture the creature and the facility to contain it, for you to study it. The following is a virtual reality recording of the preliminary engagement with the creature. This occurred 2 days ago. The recent elementary school incident occurred at the same suburban area as the 2 battles with the other creatures. We determined that the creature has the territorial instinct or some other tied to the area. It's made finding it much easier. Barf. Surprisingly, the creature demonstrates highly acute senses. What? As well as a certain almost facsimile with language. The creature surprised us again. It didn't attempt to flee from the group, from our attack group. Nice tits. In fact, it wanted for them to land, and it seemed eager to fight. Excuse me, aren't those battle robots in battle suits rather old? Yes, they are. The M3 Armadillo battlesuit and the M12 Jackrabbit robots are no longer state-of-the-art. However, they are the most appropriate for this mission. Again, the creature wanted for us to make the first move, while the dog made its escape. Ram, 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 ram. Fucked if I know how to make sounds. The creature seemed to dig in almost as if it were prepared, as it were prepared for its enemy to run out of ammunition. The operation of pre-existing programming, all three Jackrabbits launched their full complement of Hellfire missiles. 36 missiles in total struck the creature. Man, you guys would laugh at the ducking and weaving I gotta do to read. Fortunately, the creature proved as resilient as we expected. In our next encounter, we'll be deploying burrowing tracking mines at the battle site to counter its affinity for digging. That should stop this from happening. Here, the creature is demonstrating why we decommissioned the M12s. We were surprised by both how and how easily the creature dispatched Unit 6. When we capture the creature, we will use at least 21 M17 Jackrabbits. They are far superior to the M12 single layer of armor and limited arsenal. Also, the M17s will be set to self-destruct if the creature actually invades the unit. After losing a unit much sooner than expected, we directed the teams to move on to its primary goal. We have Unit 9 left open for an attack at close range. This was the only part of the assignment that went as planned. At this point, the creature should have come under fire from the other units, and the delay almost ruined the entire mission. Had the creature disabled the battle suit, the equipment storing the blood sample would have been shut down. The blood would have coagulated and been all but useless for our purposes. We've often said, you can be smarter, you can be more experienced, and better prepared, but sometimes, well, it's not going to stay. That's what you're missing. You just have to be luckier. Unit 3 then locked up the sample and prepared to complete his part of the mission. He could have extracted the remaining team as we had achieved our primary objective, but we wanted to test out the last attack on the creature. He targeted the creature's pain center. In response, the creature seemed to lock into Unit 2's psychic frequency. Even weighing against the cost, the information was obtained should prove vital. Unit 2 is a Delta class psychic. It reversed the PS attack and increased the strength of the assault to a Beta class level. Unit 2 had a grand mal seizure and is still in a coma. With only 2 fully functional units on the field, extraction was no longer an option. And as we could do all we could do was witness the battle's conclusion. I hope I haven't wrecked the book. Our specialists are still trying to determine the limit of the creature's strength. We are assuming it could lift much more than this, and it could have thrown the M12 considerably further. The collision ruptured both units' fuel cells and detonated the remaining ammunition. Unit 1 survived the blast. Although he was stunned, the creature also survived. And it surprised us yet again. Instead of killing the man, it tried to interrogate him. Who are you? Of course, our plans could have been scuttled if the creature were to learn anything about us. Answer me now. We detonated a small explosive device implanted in Unit 1's brain. He felt very little pain. It's sad, really. We understand. He just became a father. Man, oh man, corporations are fucking evil. Preparations for this capture of the creature are already underway. Over 26 ground-based armored units and 20 combat units are being prepared as we speak. We've modified 40 battle units for our ground troops. The Alpha and Beta class psychics combat gear is also being upgraded. Some of the numbers might change as we run through the holographic training exercises, but we're confident we won't need much more than this. Any questions? Oh, where did you all say what? Where did you all say all this is going to happen? We didn't say. It seems the creature's territory is in Connecticut. Connecticut? My mom lives there. Well then, you can do one of two things. If you love your mother, get her to move now. If you don't love your mother, if you don't love her, make sure her life insurance is paid up. Yep, I can't read. After this battle, there may no longer be a Connecticut. Full bleed. Oh, I'm in love with Pitt. I always wished I was one of them kids that got to submit his art. Some pretty talented kids out there. Well, I did better. First try, I just barely got it in there and the camera got twisted sideways. I didn't know. Second try, I got cut off. And this try looks like we got it all in there. Now let's just hope I don't get copy struck for nothing. Because all I'm trying to do is share a passion. The passion for Pitt. So there we go. Again, I hope giving up my porn time was worth it. Fuck you, you're welcome. Ta-ta for now.